Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Non-Americans, what do you think every American person has in their house? Peanut butter. I'm an American and it is rare that I don't have peanut butter in my home. Because you are sensible and it's delicious. It's so strange that people in other countries don't really eat much of it. I eat some every day. Putting a little dab of it on a square of dark chocolate is my favorite thing. Came here looking for jokes, found a bunch of people describing my home. Peanut butter, shoes indoors, garbage disposal, basement, ranch, guns, Bibles, top load washer, American flag, nice try. I actually have a front loader. Multiple different types of weird sauces. They take up 1/4 of my fridge. I didn't realize this is weird. Don't let the King of England barge into your fridge and shame you. Freedom is weird, man. So many sauces. An entire refrigerator door with sauces. Why aren't fridge manufacturers making better sauce doors a thing? When your country's food is made up of parts of every other country's cuisine remixed and combined, you end up with all the sauces. What would my fridge be like without at least 2 salsas? Chili garlic paste, harissa, soy sauce, fish sauce, mayo, mustard, ketchup, and chutney, a barren, sad, flavorless wasteland. That's what. Edit. All the folks informing me soy sauce, fish sauce, etc. don't need to be refrigerated. I'm aware. Thanks. I find that the flavors remain better for longer when I refrigerate them after opening. As an American, one was expecting guns, but ranch dressing hurt for some reason. There. It's just the type we invented that caught on. They have other local favorite dressings in other countries, too. You just haven't heard of them. Like Worcestershire sauce. Drywall. Lots of drywall. It's fire safety. Our houses are built out of wood, not stone. Even the brick ones just have brick on the outside. Drywall is just gypsum plaster between 2 sheets of paper to give it strength so that it can be made into 8x4 segments used in construction. Back to the fire safety. Gypsum plaster absorbs water from the air and can take 2+ hours to burn through. So it gives you crucial time to exit a house during a fire. It's very common here, Norway, in somewhat newer houses, but in a bit older houses it's quite unusual. Do you not have drywall? ? Apparently they tried to put drywall in new homes in the UK. But people kept eating it. Skeptical smiley face. A sofa that faces a studio audience. When you walk into your living room and you hear the applause, it really helps you get through your day. Or when you walk into a friend's house and all the ladies do the hot guy scream. That garbage disposal thing I always see in shows and movies. Edit. Update. In 10 hours, I've gotten nearly 20k upvotes and 317 replies. Some of you dudes and dudettes have very passionate opinions about your garbage disposals. I love it. You know what, that shit both scares and surprised me. America is the country where you can win a lawsuit after putting an explosive substance in a microwave because the warning letter didn't specifically say not to put explosives in the microwave. Yet somehow they have put high-velocity sharp blades in their sinks. I can only imagine how many idiots have lost fingers because of this shit. A lot of that reputation for excessive litigiousness is undeserved, frankly. A large part of the reason Americans sue more often is because this country is less strict about many industry and business regulations than e.g. most of Europe, and the assumption is that people who are harmed will seek remedy through the courts. Many of the things Americans sue over would not have been allowed in the first place in other regions. For obvious reasons, corporations have an incentive to portray lawsuits against them as frivolous and unreasonable. And they have large PR budgets to ensure that many people hear their side of the story. Sometimes this involves emphasizing the cases of genuinely frivolous lawsuits while passing over legitimate ones in silence. Sometimes it involves outright dishonesty. This is a well-known phenomenon in the legal field, enough so that it has its own derogatory nickname. Tort tales. Quote. Plastic bags. A plastic bag filled with plastic bags. Though a lot of stores are going plastic bag free lately, depending on your state. The bag of bags is a time-honored tradition in many American homes. Air conditioning. I think this is where the size of the US comes in. Some areas would seem uninhabitable without air conditioning and/or heat. But some places you wouldn't really need one or the other. Yay. In New Mexico most of our population growth didn't happen until after AC became a thing. Scorching summers and freezing winters. Yeah, definitely, but not just AC. Central heating too. So cold air in summer and hot air in winter. Worth it. Especially if you have a larger place. Laundry dryer. In my country almost everyone dries their laundry on a wire outside. So the concept of a dryer is baffling to me. I only see them in American movies and shows. The majority of you have it or not? The majority of us either have it or have access to one such as a shared laundry room in an apartment complex. Those who don't have one usually go to something called a laundromat, where it's basically just a room with a dozen or so quarter-operated washers and dryers. Almost no one, and no one I know, uses a clothesline to dry clothes. Where I live it would be a nightmare. It's either raining, so humid you can dang near drink the air, or snowing. Sometimes it'll do all three just to make us question why we live here. Edit. Yes to everyone asking if I am from Michigan. I am. Edit 2. Thank you for all of the upvotes. This makes a record amount for me by a mile. You have all brightened my day. Grin. Edit 3. Thank you to you, MaxSpeed, for the clarification. Yes, it takes far more than a single quarter to wash clothes. Very quickly becomes expensive to wash clothes at a laundromat. Thank you for explaining. I live in Serbia and most of the time you can dry your clothes outside, except winter obviously. But one time while at my sister's I had to dry some clothes for vacation that was tomorrow. The weather was bad and you simply can't find a dryer anywhere here. So we had to rig a portable AC unit with 2 hair dryers behind and put the clothes on a rack to dry it lol. And that was me being lucky. If not for that unit I would have had to dry each one with hairdryer.